Broadcasting from the campus of College of DuPage, this is Chicago's home for jazz. 90.9 FM WDCB, Glen Ellen, Chicago, and 90.7 FM WRTE, Chicago West Loop. Streaming online at wdcb.org.
Welcome to Chicago Jazz Live, small group jazz from the city of Big Shoulders. Performances drawn from Chicago's deep pool of extraordinary jazz talent in an intimate setting, recorded in front of a live audience. It's a house concert in a club, and I'm your host, Steve Rashid. This week we welcome Trio Nexus, led by the remarkable pianist Reggie Thomas, with Dennis Carroll on the bass and George Fludas on the drums. Joining him this evening is the wonderful vocalist and Reggie's wife, Mardra Thomas. Reggie Thomas is the pianist for the legendary Count Basie Orchestra, and in this intimate Trio Nexus setting, these folks take us for a quick-footed swinging ride. So let's get to it. Let's join Trio Nexus on stage at Studio 5 in Evanston, Illinois for Chicago Jazz Live.
Thank you very much. That's Mr. George Fludas on the drums. Dennis Carroll is on the bass. This group is called Trio Nexus for a couple of reasons. And some of the first dates we actually did with Trio Nexus, some of the Wishbone, but then after we finally came up with a name for the group, I think one of the first dates we did was here at Studio 5, was when we unveiled the name Trio Nexus. And it's for that, I'm mentioning that because my name kind of gets thrown around a lot, but this trio is not about me. It is really a connection point of three equal minds all listening to the music and letting it go wherever it wants to go. I don't know if we've ever actually played Caravan, have we? The first tune that we just did. I don't know that we've ever played it together, but that's the whole idea behind this band, is that we play whatever music and just let it go. There was no set arrangement of here's how we're going to do this. Let me just start with an idea and then let that idea germinate and then see where the group goes with it. So that's a little bit about the group. Now, after having said all of that, I'm going to ask these guys to play a composition of mine. But only because, again, it's not something that we've been doing. I've just introduced it to George today. I said, hey, I might want to do this tune of mine. And we'll dedicate this to you all. And Cheryl, you're out there somewhere, right? Where are you? Oh, I see you waving now. Okay. And we'll send this out to you and George also. This is a tune that I call Table Mates.
This week on Afterglow, we're celebrating Halloween with songs about ghostly hauntings, love spells, and curses, sung by Billie Holiday, Bing Crosby, and more. I'm Richard Rowland, and join me for Haunted Houses, Haunted Hearts, a Halloween happening this week on Afterglow.
Wednesday night at 7 p.m. on 90.9 FM, WDCB, and WDCB.org.
You're listening to Chicago Jazz Live, small group jazz from the city of Big Shoulders, featuring Chicago's great jazz musicians in a live, intimate setting. I'm your host, Steve Rashid. Our performances at Studio 5 in Evanston, Illinois are recorded for these broadcasts, and if you'd like to learn about our upcoming events, visit studio5.dance for details. This week we welcome Trio Nexus, led by the remarkable pianist Reggie Thomas, with Dennis Carroll on the bass and George Fludas on the drums. Joining them this evening is the wonderful vocalist and Reggie's wife, Mardra Thomas. Reggie Thomas has toured worldwide and performs regularly as the pianist for the legendary Count Basie Orchestra. Imagine having that responsibility. An evening spent with this charming, masterful pianist is like a stroll through the history of jazz. And the intimate setting of Trio Nexus allows each of these talented artists to musically converse freely within the ensemble in their own delightful swinging style. Now, each week on Chicago Jazz Live, I spend a little time on stage talking with our artists, and this evening, I was delighted to hear and see my dear friends Reggie and Mardra Thomas as we recounted some special memories of ways in which we jointly survived the pandemic lockdown. So let's take a listen. This evening, I could not be happier to have a couple of folks that I count as dear friends now. We've known each other for a fair amount of years, going back, before... Pre-pandemic, you guys were here performing, and then when the pandemic hit, and we started a live streaming 1920s-themed event called Into the Mist. Is anyone here... Oh, yeah, all right.
We have some misters.
Into the Mist, all right. We had, and I won't belabor this, but we had thousands of people attending online when we were all locked down, and we created an online thing that was a 1920s-based thing where you could click. It was kind of a choose-your-own-adventure, and you could go from room to room to Zoom room to Zoom room to Zoom room, all these different rooms, people literally all over the country, performers that were performing for us, and aggregated into this one spot, and they were all kind of in the 1920s theme. And these two, Reggie and Mardra, did a rent party and kind of made it feel like we were in their apartment. They're doing a rent party.
Well, we were in our apartment.
That's right. It was reality.
But we made it feel like they were in our apartment.
That's what I meant to say.
Can you all imagine two people alone in a room trying to give the feel of a rent party? Where all of these people come in and pay their quarter and get their glass of gin and dance to the music and having a good time. And the production, I mean, it wasn't just us. Everybody who did this thing did some elaborate things with production. But if you could have seen what we had going, so it was kind of like, you remember Home Alone?
With the silhouettes in
when
the
he
car.
had the silhouettes going, we had silhouettes going, so you saw shadows moving in the room where it looked like people were dancing.
We were sad. We needed to be with other people.
It was so fabulous. On the screen, you'd see the two of them performing. You'd see shadows on the wall of the dancers, and it was cutouts of dancers that were just sort of swinging in front of light bulbs. It was incredible. But it really gave us a feel of one little piece of that era, and we tried to capture that with a bunch of different artists. But boy, that was really fun, and that, believe me, that cemented you folks in my heart after the fact that you did that.
Before we did that, and it was before Into the Mist came along. I will have to give Steve his props. He was really trying to get some things going, and we did with Trio Nexus.
Yep.
Live from Studio 5, and we had a few bistro tables.
Oh, that's right.
Socially distant.
That's right.
So there were not a lot of people there.
I had forgotten.
Maybe about 8 or 10 people, something like that.
And Trio Nexus.
I'm sorry. How many?
What did you say, Sam?
20 feet
apart.
That's
right. That's right.
We also did the Chicago Jazz Fest. When was that?
That was late August, early September 2020.
But we did that.
We did that at Constellation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a lot of socially distant performances. Yeah, so that was the first one, even before Into the Mist.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about it. We were experimenting with all different things we could do to just keep a community together. Really, that's really what it was about. It was trying to just hold community when we couldn't be with each other.
And it was life-saving. It really was.
I mean, certainly for us it was. It really felt like I remember, by the way, I didn't mean to turn this into a conversation about Into the Mist, but I will tell you, at the end of the night, all the rooms closed, and we all were in one room where the Chicago Cellar Boys were performing, a 1920s themed group, and they're actually going to be here in December. But I remember the first night that happened, there were probably 200 people in a Zoom room, and they were at home dressed up, and our cast members were weeping. It was really incredible because it was like we're doing a show. You know,
yeah, because I had dressed upstairs and I would walk downstairs to the living room for the performance.
Right, for the show. It's a good
It was
commute.
something to see. I called it Flappers Across America.
Well, but anyway, I am so grateful to you folks for doing that for us and with us and being part of that journey. But I wanted to talk a bit about the Count Basie thing, Reggie, because somebody in the audience just said, how did he get started doing that? So tell us a little bit about that and how that happened.
Well, there's a great drummer that I work with by the name of Dennis Carroll, who was a former drummer with the Count Basie Orchestra, but he was also leading the band at this particular time. And this was around 2011. He asked me to join the band, and I said no, because I was leaving a teaching position where I had been at Southern Illinois University for about 20 plus years, and was going to Michigan State. Had just taken a new position there, and I said, I'm sorry if the band is out that much, I can't commit to it. I need to be there for my students. And he said, well, I understand. Can we use you when we can use you? Yes. So that was the best news for me. So I spent several years kind of sharing the chair with another pianist by the name of Bobby Floyd from Columbus, Ohio. And then last year when I was, or 2 years ago, year and a half ago, when I was getting ready to retire from Northern Illinois, that's that word, retirement. I was getting ready to retire from Northern Illinois University, and I said, I better let folks know that I'm still alive and can still take gigs. And it just so happened that the Basie Orchestra called and asked if I could do this Asia tour with them.
Oh, wow.
So we went on that, and by the time we were at the airport, headed back, the leader of the band, Scotty Barnhart, came to me and said, hey, the gig is yours if you want it. Wow. And so I started back about a year and a half ago now, almost 2 years, started back playing full-time with the band again. And so I'll be out with them next weekend and then the following, and then we leave for Europe for a couple of weeks.
Wow.
And then we're out on the West Coast, and then I'm going on vacation. They're going to Japan, but they're going without me. I told them, nope, my vacation is set. So
wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So because I think the last time I actually saw you face to face was when you retired. Actually, I don't even think you saw me. I was at your retirement
There were
concert.
so many people
Yeah,
there. I don't know who was there.
Wasn't that fun?
That was so good. I saw you briefly, but there was like a sea of people.
Thank you. I didn't know you were there.
Of course
Thank
I
you
would
so
come.
much. I'm serious. I didn't know who was there.
Yeah, it was really great. But so all this has happened. I mean, or the doing this more full time happened since that retirement. Yes.
Yeah. I have not. There's been no grass growing under my feet. So I've been busier since retiring than I was before retirement.
Well, Mardra and I were talking before the show about how retirement really is kind of just choosing the things you love to do and having the opportunity to say no.
Yeah.
Mardra, how?
That opportunity.
Yeah. How often do you get out and perform then, Mardra?
From time to time. I'm out quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of doing theater things and then singing, and summer's like big band stuff for me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm like George came up to Door County. We do big band things
Oh,
up
yeah.
there.
At
What
Birch
was that?
Creek?
Yeah, Birch Creek.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
Birch Creek.
I sure
okay.
do. Yeah, both my
Yeah,
sons
so
went
he was
there.
up there for that, and yeah, whenever I can, have Mike will travel. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but you're going to be up here in Evanston.
Yeah, I
will
was
be.
just going to say that. Yeah.
So, was that a lead in?
It was. I was
Okay.
just kind of handing it to you, and then,
Segues or
and then
us.
you walked away.
I do not read between lines, but anyway, starting November 1st, the Saturday evening and Sunday matinees will be at Fleetwood Jourdain, and I'm doing the music to open the Giovanni Baldwin experience over at Fleetwood Jourdain. So I'm looking forward
Fabulous.
to hanging around.
Fabulous.
I'll
Wow.
come by for dinner. Okay?
Please do. The doors. I'll leave the key under the mat. Just come on in.
Thank you.
Wow, that's fabulous. So we'll have you up here in our neck of the woods
Yes.
for a while. That's great. How long will that run? Do you know?
It'll be 3 weeks. It'll end November 16th.
Fabulous.
Yeah, the 1st
Fabulous.
through the 16th.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool. I have so many other things I would like to talk to you about, but I kind of would like to get back to some more music, if you
Oh.
folks don't mind.
We don't mind at all. I will say one of the things that, because I'm happy to do the Basie stuff. Don't misunderstand me.
Sure.
But one of the things I get most excited about, and what I'm trying to do more, is actually book this group more. You don't know how much I love and appreciate playing with these two gentlemen. It is one thing to make music with great musicians. It's another to make music with people that you really love and respect.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the kind of relationship that we have. So it's so much fun when we get together. So be on the lookout. I'm going to try to book this group more. Hopefully
Good.
you'll see me more with this than with Basie. Don't tell them.
And then you all will be recording.
You're gonna be
early
recording?
next year.
That's the plan. There's some stuff that's in the can. In January, I hope to finish. That would be a fun project to get out here. My octet. But these two gentlemen played on an octet with me, which is made up of piano, bass, drums, but with 5 horns: alto, tenor, and baritone saxophone, and trumpet and trombone. And it's a lot. It's like a little big band.
Oh, that
you know?
sounds great. It's right up my
So
alley.
we have several things that are recorded. I want to finish that recording in January, and then get back to some more trio stuff with these two guys.
Well, as long as you brought it up, I do have to say that it is so exciting to kind of watch. Apart from Mardra's glorious vocals, the three of you gentlemen, watching you kind of think as one is really pretty spectacular. All three of you, really, it's just wonderful. Just wonderful.
Thank you.
Right.
Well, I can say they make my job easier. You know, the first part of success, of a successful gig, is hiring good musicians.
Yeah, right. It's in the casting.
You got that down.
Right. I hear you. Wow. Well, Trio Nexus with Reggie Thomas and special guest vocalist Mardra Thomas.
So I was in the grocery store last week, and there was a sign on the register. I don't know if any of you have seen this, but it says, since the government won't be producing pennies, that we're not going to deal with pennies. And I was like, really? That they were going to round things up? And I'm like, wait a minute. Right, okay, how does that work? And this tune had been on my mind for really weeks. I've been humming it around the house, and I saw the sign. I'm like, well, hold the phone. What are we going to do here? Can I still do this? Well, we're going to do it, okay? Hold on to your pennies, or not, I don't know. Every time it rains, it's raining pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? You'll see your fortune all over town. Make sure your umbrella's upside down. Trade it for a basket of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. So if you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There will be pennies from heaven for you and me. Every time it rains, it's raining pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortune all over town. Make sure your umbrella's upside down. Trade it for a basket of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. So if you hear the thunder, don't run under the tree. There will be pennies from heaven for you and for me, and for you and me, yeah. Every time it rains, it's raining bitcoins from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains cash app from heaven? You'll find your fortune all over town. Make sure your umbrella's upside down. Trade it for a basket of sunshine and and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. So when you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There will be pennies from heaven. There will be pennies from heaven. There will be pennies from heaven for you and me. Yeah.
WDCB app is here. It's an all-in-one mobile solution that lets you stream WDCB from your phone. You'll also get easy access to our jazz calendar, playlists, the archive, our donation page, and more. And it's free. Download it today in the App Store or go to WDCB.org and look for the banner.
Hi, this is Lily Kuzma inviting you to the Folk Festival for an eclectic mix of folk styles, Americana, and much more. It's a virtual festival experience that'll warm your evenings and delight your ears. Enter the South Gate to visit Folk Festival, Tuesdays from 8 to 11 p.m. here on 90.9 FM, WDCB, and WDCB.org.
Oh, I want you to love me like it's 1945.
This is Chicago Jazz Live, small group jazz from the city of Big Shoulders, featuring Chicago's great jazz musicians in a live, intimate setting. I'm your host, Steve Rashid. Our shows are recorded at Studio 5 in Evanston, Illinois, and you can find out more about our upcoming events at studio5.dance. This week we welcome Trio Nexus, led by the remarkable pianist Reggie Thomas, with Dennis Carroll on the bass and George Fludas on the drums. Joining them this evening is the wonderful vocalist and Reggie's wife, Mardra Thomas. Reggie Thomas is the pianist for the legendary Count Basie Orchestra, and in this intimate Trio Nexus setting, the ensemble is taking us on a hard swinging ride. So let's go back to the Studio 5 stage to hear more from Trio Nexus. Actually pulling from the Count Basie catalog, here is the Count's famous Lil Darlin' for Chicago Jazz Live.
Out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum. You came along and everything started to hum. Still, it's a real sure bet, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come, babe, won't it be fine? You think you've seen the sun, you ain't seen it shine. Wait till the warm-up's underway. Wait till our lips have met. Wait till you see that sunshine day. Ain't nothing like it yet. The best is yet to come. Won't it be fine? The best is yet to come. Come the day you're mine. Come the day you're mine. I'm gonna teach you to fly. We've only tasted the wine. We're gonna drink that cup dry.
You've been listening to Chicago Jazz Live, this week with Trio Nexus, led by pianist Reggie Thomas, with Dennis Carroll on the bass, George Fludas on the drums, and guest vocalist Mardra Thomas. Chicago Jazz Live was created by Steve Rashid, that's me, and is produced in partnership with WDCB, Chicago's home for jazz. Our show is recorded by Sam Fishkin, mixed by Woodside Avenue Music Productions in Evanston, Illinois, and is distributed through PRX, Public Radio Exchange. If you listen to our show and think, I would like to be in that room, and why wouldn't you? Well, you can do that. If you'd like to learn more about our upcoming events and how to attend them in person, visit studio5.dance for details. Studio5.dance. And as always, stay safe, be well, and thanks very much for listening.
Come the day you're mine, I'm gonna teach you to fly.
Smoke dreams, sorcerers, ghosts, and stalking monsters. This week on Nightlights, we'll experience paranormal jazz encounters with those specters through the music of Duke Ellington, Miles Davis, Lenny Tristano, and Red Norvo. And we'll also recount the mysterious ends of 4 notable jazz musicians and hear some of their recordings as well. I'm David Bryn Johnson, inviting you to tune in for Jazz Haunts for Halloween on Nightlights. Wednesday night at 8 here on 90.9 FM, WDCB and WDCB.org.
WDCB's Monthly Blues Day Tuesday live show and radio broadcast continues from Fitzgerald's Nightclub in Berwyn on the first Tuesday of the month, November 4. This month we bring you a contemporary blues artist whose roots go back to Muddy Waters Band, John Primer, and the Real Deal Blues Band. Blues Day Tuesday is presented monthly by WDCB and sponsored by Revolution Brewing. More details at WDCB.org.
Broadcasting from the campus of College of DuPage, this is Chicago's home for jazz. 90.9 FM WD.